Sharks are back in an all-new season of Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs from across the country dream of a chance to secure an investment and gain powerful partners to start, grow, or save their businesses.
We think we could take our sales to $3 million.
Whoa. Whoa. If the Sharks hear a great idea, they're ready to invest using their own money.
I built a $100 million business in record time.
And they'll fight each other for a piece of the action.
She's out of her mind.
I don't know where he comes from thinking that he knows all about the retail world.
You can go to a mass market with $90,000? You're crazy.
But first, the entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
You didn't ask for enough money. That's the problem.
It's sink,
Chucky Ducky Quack Quack. Be nice.
or swim.
You have sharks fighting for you.
How's your order better than Robert's? It's always better when you have me.
Who are the sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 300 products, grossing over $500 million in retail sales. Damon John is a fashion mogul and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank are Brooke Bryant and Brittany Hayes, who are hoping to elevate the decor of children's bedrooms.
Hey, y'all. We are the Georgia Peaches behind the next multi-million-dollar children's decor company, Addison's Wonderland. My name is Brittany Hayes.
And my name is Brooke Bryant.
We are seeking an investment of $90,000 in exchange for 20% of our company.
Addison's Wonderland is the most unique, versatile, and exquisite line of children's bedding on the market today. So much so that when moms see it, they will never want to buy ordinary again.
When my sweet little Addison was ready for her first bed, I started my search for her big girl room. And everything I found had such bland colors, lacked detail, and most of the selection just was so plain and looked kind of cheap. So I got out my sketchbook and started working on my vision of the ultimate little girl's room. I got to work creating pillows, window treatments, and bedding. Addison absolutely loved her room, and so did everyone who saw it.
Brittany and I have been friends for a really long time, and I've always believed in her amazing creativity and design. So when she asked me to partner with her, I didn't think twice.
We are ready to make Addison's Wonderland into a brand name that everyone will want to have for their child.
So which of you wants to team up with these motivated, hardworking Southern gals and become the next designer home decor empire?
Ladies, no shark is as fashion-forward as I am. So is this sold through retailers, or are you selling this all direct online?
Right now, we are selling it direct online.
And you offer it as a whole piece?
On our website, we have what's called Build Your Collection, where you can go through and it easily kind of navigates you through. If you want to buy the Addison collection, you know, you click the duvet pillows and it'll kind of show you. Or you can go to each individual, like the pillow section, and order pillows.
And what would this cost?
A whole bedding set runs about $1,400 for a twin set.
That's $1,400?
Are you hand sewing this yourself at home? We have a small custom workroom that does all of our work locally, but that's one of the reasons we're here is to get better manufacturing options. Yeah.
It's very expensive for a child's bed.
And that's another reason. We would like to get the price point down to a more reasonable rate.
How long have you been selling this again?
Exactly a year.
How's it been going?
Good. We've sold 130,000 so far.
Wow.
And what's your cost on that $130,000?
Our gross margin right now is about 55%.
And Brittany, what's the average order size?
The average order size has been between $800 and $1,200.
Whoa.
Whoa.
How are people finding your website?
We are just right now mainly on social media.
I posted some sneak peeks, and it just took off. I mean, we got hundreds of comments, and people were like, what date and what time is this coming out?
That just seems like so much money to me.
It does to me, too.
So this is a very, very high-end, exclusive
we would
product
like to get it down to a little bit less of a high end.
If that's the market you're catering to, and it seems to be accepting that price point, why bring the price down?
The feedback we've gotten is if it were about 30% lower in price, we could reach a broader market. We're kind of...
Isn't the online strategy the way to keep this so that you can fulfill for everybody that wants it? I mean, maybe this isn't destined to be a huge business. Maybe it's meant to be a profitable one.
Right.
where you just charge people outrageous prices for this stuff.
They won't survive that way.
No, that's not true at all. That's not true at all, Lori. Kevin, shockingly enough, is right. You guys are identifying a niche. Thousands of people come to your site. You're selling to them.
I don't agree with Mark. I have always based my model off of making great quality product at a great affordable price so that it could be enjoyed by the masses.
The good news is your
And
model is not the only
wait,
model.
Well,
and there's
wait,
lots
Mark,
of other
I was
ways to make
talking,
money.
excuse me. I think that for you to make a good profit, you're going to need to hit the masses. That's really the way to go. Mark, there's a recession going on. Most people, they're struggling to just $1,400 for mortgage
Well, I think we
payment.
haven't done
And
any
they're saying they want to get their price down.
She's out of her mind. You're asking for $90,000.
I don't know where he comes from thinking that he knows all
You're
about
going to
the
go to a mass
retail
market
world
with
because he's not even in
$90,000?
it.
You're crazy.
Well, I think we would like to go a little bit more wholesale. Like we have a lot of boutiques want to put it in their storefront.
Any specialty chains?
Bellini's one of them.
I remember buying a crib for my daughter in Bellini's. I think I'm just paying it off now, and she's almost 18.
Another reason we'd like to get our costs down is so that we can offer a wholesale rate.
But that's a completely different business than what you're in now. You've got end users willing to pay crazy prices for colorful sheets and pillows. Now you want to start servicing a distribution business that wants at least a 50% margin.
Yeah, you may be trying to grow too big too fast. You have a good business here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're trying to avoid, and that's why we're here to need your advice, because we feel like,
Are you sure you're ready to bring in a third voice?
yes, definitely. Just a little background on me, so you know I'm not just like a sew-at-home mom. When I was in college, my husband and I got married at 20, and he decided he wanted to start a granite company. So I went in with him. We worked our booties off, and by the time we were 23, we graduated from college, and the company was selling $2.25 million. I know business, I really do.
Right.
We may be sweet Southern girls, but we're hard workers, and we're motivated and passionate.
What happened to that business group?
It's still in business.
I think you're on the right track. For your first year in, you've done $130,000 in sales, and you're profitable. You know, in some ways, you have the perfect business. I'm not sure I agree with the strategy of going away from that. Not a market I understand. I'm out.
I will say, I love your creativity, and I think that you will go far. But I'm more interested in products that can be affordable by most of the population as opposed to just a few. So for that reason, I'm out.
I really don't think you need us. I think this is a business that you can run out of your home, you can make a couple $100,000, maybe even $1 million, and you can grow the business like that. I wouldn't be of any assistance to you. I'm out.
Here's what Mr. Wonderful says. There's nothing unique or proprietary about it. You're wonderful Southern girls, I get all that. But frankly, if I wasn't so wonderful and I wanted to knock this off, I could do it for a lot less. This is the brutal reality of business. So I'm out.
Mark?
As someone who's going through right now, redoing the rooms for a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old daughter, I'm getting brutalized with all this stuff, right? And so my wife would love it. And I recognize that it's relatively expensive, but there's a market there as well. But a lot of investors, when they look at an investment, they look at ROI, return on investment. I look at ROT, return on my time.
What are you going to do, Mark?
You know your daughters would love this.
I know. You're going to kill me.
I love the way these ladies are pulling your heartstrings.
Just think, you could design your daughter's room on your own.
Yes,
Go on
you
and
could
pick
do
out.
this.
I'm thinking.
You're fine.
Evaluating. I mean, I like what you guys are doing. If you were $500,000 in sales or $1 million in sales, then then we could say, okay, this is going to result in me making X amount of dollars. It's just got to be worth my time, and I think you guys don't need me.
I think we do, though.
Our sales have doubled in the last 6 months.
I think you guys are going to do wonderful things. I think you don't have to rush it. I'm going to say I'm out.
No!
Shocking but true. Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Thank y'all so much for your time and
Thank you,
encouragement.
guys.
And
Good luck.
Appreciate it. You guys will do very, very well.
And if you need help with your daughter's room, I would be more than
Trust me, I'm
happy.
taking notes, and I'm going to give it to my wife.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
luck.
y'all.
Who can afford $1,400?
Apparently many people.
At least $130,000 worth of people so far.
Look, there's nothing wrong with what they're doing, but this is never going to get big. It's crazy.
We'll be fine.
Having the 5 sharks say that we didn't need them was a little bit of a disappointment. We definitely wanted a deal.
But it was actually a great boost of confidence because we know that we can do it without them.
Next into the tank is Steve Maloney with a game-changing innovation for duck hunters.
Hi, I'm Steve Maloney, president of Muddy Water Camo, and today we are seeking $150,000 for a 5% equity in our business. Sharks, we have created a new process of making camouflage that's going to revolutionize the hunting industry. The whole purpose of camouflage is to help the person wearing it blend into the environment. Now, Bubba over here is wearing a sample of where camo started. Does that look like the real outdoors to you?
No.
Of course not. As an obsessed duck hunter, I kept asking, where's the camo that looks like the places where I hunt? After 30 years of searching for camo that actually looked like a real marsh, I finally decided I'm just going to have to make it myself.
That's when he called me.
Yeehaw!
I'm Stephen Kirkpatrick. I've been a professional wildlife photographer for over 30 years now. My profession demands that I stay hidden. So I've been searching for a more realistic camo myself. So together, we set out to create one.
And now, 5 years later, it's finally here. Introducing Muddy Water Camo. Here's me in muddy water.
Where?
I'm going to have to help you out here a little bit. Here I am, and here's Stephen.
Wow.
Muddy
go,
Water
Waldo.
is photographic camo. It is created outdoors where hunting happens, as opposed to indoors on some kind of computer screen.
The entire pattern is 100% in focus and therefore 100% realistic, just as nature appears to a bird's eye.
We have found the way to make camo real. Hey, and forget the salt water. We're going to put the sharks in muddy water.
So, boys, are you basically photographing a terrain and then taking that image and putting it onto cloth? Is that what's really going on here?
Basically, that's the way we do it. It's about a 54-step process, believe it or not.
Would anybody like a hat?
Yes.
Of course.
Sure, if it's free.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go back to why you're doing this. Let's assume a fact here.
Okay.
Ducks are birds.
Right.
They got bird brains. They fly over hunters every day. They get blasted out of the sky. That happens every day. Now, are you saying to me as an investor, I can blast more ducks, right? 20% more ducks die because of this technology?
It's going to hide you better.
Are you selling the technology to camo companies, or are you actually selling your own garments with your camo on it?
We are selling both.
Okay.
What are your sales, Stephen, so far?
So far this year, they're $150,000.
Your sales total?
Our sales total this year, now this is a seasonal business, and we have not made it to our first season yet.
I tell you, you've done a very good job of camouflaging your valuation.
Well,
In fact, you've done such a good job of camouflaging it, Kevin didn't pick up on it.
They're not worth $3 million?
Oh, you did catch that.
I hadn't got to that yet.
How did you get to the $3 million?
we have to look at the size of the market.
Yep.
Try to figure out
Never heard that
much of
before.
how much of it we can capture.
Okay.
We had to produce our products and get to the market.
How much money have you put in so far to produce the product and get to where you are?
There's $600,000 invested in the product.
And where'd you get that? Your money?
We have already raised money with other investors.
And what value did they put on the company?
They put $2.5 million on the business before we sold anything.
Come on.
We didn't have
All we
clothing.
had was a piece of material. Now, these people are hunters now. They've been hunting their whole life, and they look
Really?
at what
Yes.
we have.
This is unbelievable.
We have already raised money with other investors.
What value did they put on the company?
They put $2.5 million on the business
Really?
before we sold anything.
This is unbelievable. You have the same brain as a duck if you think I'm going to give you a $3 million valuation on this. $3 million's a joke.
Be nice.
You sold what percentage of the company?
16%.
Okay, so you sold 16% of the company. So when you sat down and you talked to them and you said, suckers, investors? No, sir. You said, guys, here's how big we think we can be within X number of years. What did you tell them?
We think we could take our sales within the first 3 years to $3 million.
Where are you selling right now?
We have 58 different retail stores around the country right now that are selling our products.
Are you any of the big boys? Dick's, Gander Mountain, Bass Pro Shops?
We are not. And one of the reasons is we knew we were brand new, and if we'd have knocked on Dick's or Cabela's or whatever's door, they wouldn't have known who we are, and they're going to license proven products.
If you compare what we have to what's on the market, it is an absolute no-brainer.
I get that it's different.
Okay.
Right. I get that it's, more innovative.
Sure.
But that doesn't necessarily mean people are going to buy it. You have to be telling me that you're going to get Bubba and what Bubba typically wears and put them out of business and own 100% of the market.
We don't have to own 100% of the market.
But you
to
got to
get
be
to a
changing
value
the
of
game.
$3 million. Not even close.
You got to change the game.
Waterfowl hunters spend $400 million on gear a year. Okay. So I can get $3 million without putting anybody out of business.
Look, I'm not a duck hunter. I don't have to know your business to be a good investor, but man, a $3 million valuation for a pattern that looks a little different in my eye, definitely not the right investor. I'm out.
Thank you.
You will sell this. This is a great idea, but you came in asking for too much. I'm out.
You are out of your minds. $3 million is, that price.
$2.5 million is
Exactly. That's what that price is. Shucky ducky quack quack. I'm out.
I think the biggest risk actually is not the quality of the success or the opportunity. It's that you got 16 investors. I'm going to be a pimple on a duck's butt at 5%. It's just not worth.
Big pimple.
I'm out.
I'm not interested in your retail strategy. I'm interested in your licensing strategy. I am the king of licensing strategies. If you want to become the standard, as Mark said earlier, change the game.
You're exactly
You've
right.
got to grow very quickly, and you've got to get the top 3 guys to license this from you, and that's where I'm going to come in really handy. I'll give you $150,000 for 20%. Very fair. Very reasonable. And let's go kill some ducks.
We're not going to take a valuation that's lower than what we already have.
Do you have a counteroffer?
You probably don't even want to hear it.
I'm out.
Thank you,
Thanks, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, great business.
Thank you.
Bye.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
All right.
Hey, Sharks, your bird brains for not investing in this company.
In season 3, Pat McCarthy turned down an offer from Damon John for his fragrance company, Liquid Money.
I can't do 80%.
Then I'm out.
Let's see what he's up to now.
Walking away from Damon was one of the most difficult decisions I've had to make.
Good evening.
But the advice that I got was absolutely priceless. Shortly after I appeared on Shark Tank, the Venetian called, and they gave us the largest order we've ever received. Before Shark Tank, we had roughly $200,000 in sales.
Here's the money.
After Shark Tank, the sales ballooned to almost $1 million in 9 months. I never envisioned making this much money. We've hired 6 full-time people. Our plant is running at full capacity. We are making a ton of money. Being on Shark Tank has opened up doors that I never would have been able to open. The dream has now become reality.
Next into the tank are Megan Jackson Carricker and Amy Miller, with a favorable staple in women's fashion.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Megan Jackson Carricker.
And I'm Amy Miller. We're Texas girls. Our company's Hip Chicks, and we're seeking $150,000 for 35% equity in our company.
Hip Chicks is a fun and sexy premium denim line, and we think that this is the best butt that money can buy.
Megan and I were sorority sisters and best friends at Baylor University. We're completely obsessed with denim. I mean, you wouldn't catch me on a day not wearing jeans. I even own 75 pairs.
But who can blame her? Jeans are the ultimate American fashion staple, and we couldn't find a perfect pair to fit every occasion. You know, day and night.
Dressy, casual.
That was comfortable, breathable, sexy, and slimming, so we set out to create the perfect pair. Hip Chicks is highlighting the sexiness of a woman's natural body with our angled pocket and our curved yoke. Are going to help make your backside look more trim.
And no more muffin top. Don't want that.
I guess Mark's out.
Oh, I am muffin top free, I'll tell you.
We also have a specialized waistband in the back, which is going to keep it from rutting down when you bend over, so not to reveal the dreaded whale toe.
Don't.
I've never heard that before. You call that a whale toe?
Whale
A whale tail.
Whale tail.
We see Hip Chicks becoming the next hottest, sought-after premium denim line that every woman will want in her closet. We're at our tipping point. Hip Chicks needs your help to really scale us to that national level.
And like we love to say in Texas, y'all want some of this?
Are you wearing them?
Yes.
Because I just want to see why your jeans stop whale tail and muffin top. Why is this different? Just because it stretches?
No, because usually waistbands are like more of a circular, and ours is kind of an angle. So we have a little bit more length back here, so that when you do bend down, it's not going to show.
And then muffin top. What if you have a couple rolls?
It's a really forgiving fabric. It's really slimming.
Do you have any sales?
We do. We have $12,000 worth of sales.
Oh. Megan, there's got to be a story. Why only 12,000? Why are you here?
Well, we originally created a test. We did 2 years of research. Basically, we wanted to meet the need in the market. So we met with boutiques and said, what's selling and what are you lacking? And then we designed for that, and we created a premium product.
In 1 year, 12,000.
Yes.
Out for 300 pairs.
So once Kevin gives you the 150,000, tell me what the next 12 months are going to look like.
What we want to do with the money is drive sales. So we've got to build a sales force. We have to develop more product. We only created 2 styles, so we need more styles.
I don't want to discount to 12,000, but if you got the investment, what would the sales be and how would you get them?
So over the next 12 months, we're hoping to be around $850,000 revenue.
And how are you going to do that?
Through boutiques. So, I mean, we'd love to do more PR marketing. The exposure we've had so far in the last year, we haven't spent one dime on it.
How did those 300 units that's selling compare to other jeans?
So at this boutique, they've got over 30 brands of jeans, and we're within their top 25% sellers.
How much do these jeans retail for?
$187.
And how much do you sell it to the store for?
We sell for 80.
And how much do you make it for?
68.
It's
68, you sell it for 80?
Because
You are going to hell.
Well, we
want
have
to
the
flip our
premium
profit margin
charge.
by ordering bigger.
You're making no money.
That's why we're here. We want to place a bigger order.
I have to go to hell with you? That's why you're here?
You're going to be on this great journey with us.
It's so much fun. We're going to paint the town red.
This is my space, and most of the jean players are trying to bring their jean price down to 120 because the days of 180, 220, it's really over. Right now, people can't pay their mortgages. They're wearing that favorite pair of jeans forever now.
Damon, if I came to you and I said, let's launch a denim brand. Let's hire a designer, and I want to fund it. Here's a check. You tell me what that check has to be for me to get 1% market share in the next 5 years.
To launch a denim line, $5 million.
I'm in.
You didn't ask for enough money. That's the problem.
That's it. I knew it.
Look, you're incredibly nice people. You've done a great job with your presentation. What? I just don't think one store is enough. I'm out today.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I think that you need a lot of money, and I think it's really too high a hill to tackle. But you're a designer. Design something else. Do something unique and different where you don't have a lot of competition. And then have something where you're cornering the market and people will back you and you can get out there quickly. So that's my recommendation. And I'm sorry, I'm out. Thank you.
If I were you, I would take 100, 200 pair of jeans, and because women are obsessed with the fit, every single female star in the world think they can be a designer tomorrow and they know nothing about it. So you mail 200 pair of those out to each individual person and you tell them you want to partner up with one of them, believe it or not, one of them may say, this is such an incredible pair, yes, I'll partner up with you. And then you take that to a shark and they will die to give you the money. It's just that simple. But today, I'm out.
That hurt. So anybody else?
If you can make a woman's tushy look significantly better than anybody else's, you're going to be able to build a following of people who will pay a premium who are waiting for your next product. It's going to take longer, it's going to be slower, the margins won't be as strong, but you can get there. I'm not the right person to help you, but I'm telling you, do not quit. It's not about spending $5 million, it's just about grinding it out and doing it. So I wish you guys nothing but the best. I'm out.
Thank you.
Mark is doing you a huge disservice.
No.
Let me speak, Mark. Your probability of success in this market is 0. So the more time you spend pursuing this dream, the more you'll be wasting your precious time. If you're truly entrepreneurs, go find something where the probability of success is more than 0. No chance that you will get share in the jean business.
Megan, Amy, thank you.
Good luck.
Man, you got to learn to
Are
be.
you guys
You got to
kidding?
learn to be nicer to people.
What?
Why crush their dreams? I mean,
Because it's not a dream, it's a nightmare, Laurie.
You're mean and nasty,
It's
Kevin.
the
Anything
truth.
else under the
It's
hood?
the truth. Thank goodness I'm here.
I'm proud of what we've done. 300 pairs to develop and sell is amazing. We have something. Nobody goes out and buys something they've never heard of for $200 because it isn't great. And it is great.
I'm Brooks. I'm Taylor. And I'm Tanner. We're brothers from Boise, Idaho, and we're the owners of Proof. Hey, Dad. What's going on? Got a load of ponderosa pine from Central Oregon. 60 years ago, our grandfather started Wood Grain, a wood products manufacturing company that's still in our family today and run by our dad. So we decided to incorporate a family tradition and start Proof, the next generation in our family business. Our product's made from wood, which makes it completely unique. So we can guarantee our customer that they have a one-of-a-kind, handmade original.
We're really excited to introduce our product to America. We think that it's really going to change the way that people look at wood. We need investment from the sharks because Proof is growing so fast. We need the capital to invest in inventory to keep up with the demand of our customers.
We have a lot riding on this deal. Proof is a family company that we hope to pass on to our children one day, so this means the world to us. Hi, Sharks. I'm Brooks.
I'm Tanner. And I'm Taylor, and we're the Dame brothers from Boise, Idaho. Our company is Proof Eyewear. We are seeking an investment of $150,000 for a 10% share in our innovative company. At Proof, we create the most amazing, one-of-a-kind, handcrafted eyewear from the most sustainable woods available. As we have grown, we have added other eco-friendly frames from materials such as plant-based plastics and recycled skateboard decks.
I started Proof in my garage a little over a year ago. As Proof started getting more and more popular and started showing up on famous people's faces in international publications around the world, it became more than I can handle by myself, and I need some help in a major way. So I brought these two guys in to help me out. For me, really, it was a no-brainer because A, I could trust them, I knew their work ethic. Heck, I used to give these guys wedgies when they were little. And B, you know, they work for cheap. So that's a win-win, right? In addition to that, our family's been in the wood business for a real long time. We like to joke that we have sawdust in our veins. We brought each shark their own personalized pair of Proofs so they can check out. We even engraved your names in them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kevin, they've got spring hinges, so they'll even fit big heads like yours.
Let me see, Kevin.
Let's see.
You look ridiculous.
We got them some green lenses, too. They color
Damon, let me see yours.
Let's
Oh, yours
see.
are cool. Yours look ridiculous.
He's ready for a
You
night
guys
on
are
the
looking
town.
stylish. That's all I can say right now. Please note the uniqueness of the wood grain. No two trees are exactly alike, right? Making no two pairs of Proofs exactly alike. This makes your pair a one-of-a-kind, handmade original.
Over 6 decades ago, our grandfather took a small wood sawmill from a one-man show to becoming a very successful business. With his example of hard work, dedication, and creativity, we're prepared to take Proof from three brothers from Idaho to becoming a major success in the eyewear industry. Entrepreneurs like us don't grow on trees, even though the majority of our products do. Speaking of things that grow on trees, we need your money to make this dream come true. Sharks, who's ready to become part of the Proof family?
You have any sales? Yeah, so a little bit. In the last 12 months, we've had $433,000 worth of sales.
Wow. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, not bad.
You don't seem proud of that.
Yeah, we're very proud of that. You know, it's...
But you're kind of like, oh, gee, shucks.
We gotta be humble. We're from humble beginnings. We're from Idaho. We're humble boys, but
You
we
should
work
be proud of
hard.
that. How did you sell that? $433,000. How did you sell it?
Grassroots marketing. We've gone to trade shows, and it really comes down to the product really sells itself.
What does it cost to manufacture the case, the glasses, the lens? What is your cost?
The cost with the packaging and the sunglasses is $14.
And what do you sell it to a retailer for?
Around $50 wholesale and $100 retail.
What celebrities and what magazines did you get in?
That's a great question.
Good question. We've been on Snoop Dogg's face, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland,
Shannon Brown. Yeah, we've gotten tweets.
We don't send the product out and say like, hey, will you wear these and endorse us?
You just saw them
It
wearing
just happens.
We've had a budget of $0 for our marketing, but we hustle a lot.
Wood is extremely hot right now.
Crazy.
You're absolutely right. Everybody's doing chains, they're doing watches. So you guys are the official wood guys.
We're the Woodies,
right?
yeah. We're the Woody
There
brothers.
are other wood sunglasses. I've seen them.
Plenty, yeah.
What we really strive to do is really build a brand around the product.
So tell me about the logo. What's the significance? How'd you come up with that?
Really, when we started Proof, we actually wanted to give back in what we did. And so we were working on building an eye clinic in India. And so part of our sales that we have, we donate to this eye clinic in India. For us, the idea behind the bird logo is everyone has wings to fly. Sometimes they just need a little help to catch flight.
It's a great story.
It's nice.
$433,000 last year. What do you think your sales will be this year?
I think we're going to do about 850 to 900,000 in sales. On the 433 that we've sold, 150 is profit. What we were doing really is putting a lot of the money back into inventory. I mean, I'm not taking a salary, and these two guys are working. I mean, they can make more money working at McDonald's, really.
Is this your only job?
I have a full-time job. I work in our family's business in the wood business full-time.
You know, I've sold millions of dollars of glasses. I don't know if you're aware of that or not. And I'm partners with a large company that makes sunglasses, and I'm afraid it's going to be a conflict for me with that partnership. And as much as I love you guys, I'm going to have to be out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Larry. What are you here looking for to get to that next jump-off point?
What we're really looking for is money for our inventory. We actually have a small problem. I don't know if it's a problem, it's an opportunity, where one of our biggest retailers has come to us and they want to expand with us. We've got to get our inventory on point.
Who's the retailer? What's the order?
Pacific Sunwear. Yeah, exactly. We initially started in 5 stores, and within 2 weeks they got back to us and said, hey, we're going to do 10. And then they just recently got to us last week and said, hey, we need to open 50 stores for the holiday season. And that equates to an order of over $200,000.
Wow. Yeah, but guys, when you're turning your sales at a relatively slow rate, you can slow down your customers, which you've been able to do. But once it starts to sell, and there's other people knocking on the door, and they're saying, guys, if you can't hit this order for 150 pairs for 1,000 stores, I got to take it somewhere else. What are you going to do?
Maybe the answer to that is structuring a deal with one of you where you say, okay, you have access to more capital if needed.
So what you're saying is, come on, guys.
And free sunglasses for life. Free sunglasses for life.
No, but they're not saying that, Mark. You're saying that.
Sunglasses, but I'm out.
Thanks, Mark.
If you went to general retail, like a Costco, does that kill the brand today?
I would say so. I mean, at the beginning, we didn't want to grow super fast.
The good news is that in a down economy where apparel and everything is horrible,
for sure.
You guys are actually getting interest from PacSun, right? So that's great. You're cool.
Thank you.
I've had a lot of cool companies. Heatherette was my most famous company that I've owned that was really, really cool. But the problem is, almost all the cool brands are broke. Most people would say, I don't want to ever be in Walmart. I'm dying to be in Walmart. So we wouldn't have the same vision. I wish you luck. I'm out.
Thanks, Darren.
Thanks, Darren.
Wow, the cool hip. I thought you'd be all over this.
I did cool and a profit are two different things. I'm already cool and hip.
That's true. Now, here's something I'll throw out at you. I'll give you the $150,000 for 25%. I want $2.50 per order.
Hell no.
Until I get my capital back, and then it drops to $1.
Mr. Wonderful is also the undertaker.
I don't want to fund inventory that equity. I want my equity because I'm getting involved in a business I'm going to be with for a few years. That way I get a constant return of my capital. I'm a quarter partner with you guys, and I funded the business.
All right, so there's an offer. You get the $150,000 today. That's going to fill one order. When you wake up tomorrow, what's the plan then? You got to be very careful about taking anything off the top of your gross and then paying it out to somebody at this point.
Is this an advice tank? You're going to make me an offer?
So I'll give you the $150,000 for 25%, no royalty, because that's ridiculous at this point in your company.
Three sharks are out. Kevin and Robert have each offered the Dame brothers $150,000 for 25% of their company. However, Kevin also wants a royalty on each pair of glasses sold.
Well, guys, you got 2 offers on the table.
Gotta make a decision, guys.
Yeah.
And you have sharks fighting for you.
Let me reiterate the offer.
So it's $150,000 for 25%
I give you $150,000 for 25%. Robert's deal, that's it. Mine, I get $2.50 per order until my capital's returned. Then it drops to $1.
How is your order better than Robert's?
It's always better when you have me.
Difference between Mr. O'Leary and I don't shuffle money around on Wall Street and take a few bucks. I built a $100 million business in record time.
Mr. Wonderful knows the life cycle of cash. We don't know what's going to happen to this thing. In my structure, I get my capital back in about 14 months. I'm happy with that. After that,
I'm not really worried about getting my capital back today. I
always worry about my capital.
I think a real investor worries about growing the company. I know if you grow the company and we have a successful company, we'll all get our money back. To put in an investment at this point, and your primary reason and worry is, how do I get my few pennies back along the way? I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, too. You know what? Let me tell you something. You guys should be taking some off the table every month because you don't know what's going to happen.
Why would you?
He doesn't understand the cycle of cash.
Look, I know how to scale a business. I know how to grow it quickly.
The more successful you are, the more capital you're going to need. That's the challenge of inventory-based growth. Anyways, I've made you an offer. What do you think about it?
We appreciate the offers, and let us make a phone call.
All right.
And we'll be back. I want to regroup here a second. Thanks.
I really like them.
They're going to be too cool for school.
This is a ride-the-wave business.
Hey, Pops, how we doing?
Hey, Brooks, how are you?
Good. I'm here with Tanner and Taylor, and we've got 2 offers on the table that we wanted to get your opinion on.
Ah, great. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I think you're on something. I think this is a hot wave. You ride it for a while, and you hope you figure it out.
I would never do this deal without my capital being returned, ever.
Boy, what are they gonna do?
The advantage of taking on a partner is the additional working capital is good, and the expertise is good. Obviously, the downside is you dilute your ownership.
Appreciate it, Pops. Love ya.
We love you. Bye-bye.
See ya. All right, let's go. Well, we talked to the old man. You know, he gave some good advice. Would either of you guys be willing to up the amount? Because, I mean, you're basically evaluating our company of $600,000. We got $433,000 of sales today. I think our company's worth more than $600,000.
Now you're getting smart.
Our grandpa started with nothing. I mean, the guy used to be a truck driver. He would mold wood and then take it to California on the weekend and then flip back around and mold wood all week and then take it back down. So he's just a hustler. He's about building a business. Our dad is the CEO of the company today. And our family is about building business and supporting people. I mean, our family business, we have 1,700 people that 1,700 people that we support. And so, you know, we start out 3 people, and we have 7 people in our business, and we want to, I don't know, we're about making this thing go, and we want to build it with a good partner that supports us and wants to see this thing be successful.
Make a counteroffer. That's why it's called a Shark Tank.
Robert, would you be willing to go to $200,000 for 20% equity in the company? I think that's a fair valuation of our company at this point.
So you want him to up his cash and reduce his ass?
Correct. And we'd also like to kind of understand if you'd be willing to help us going forward getting financing if necessary.
Well, you've asked for 2 concessions from me. More cash, less equity. Of course I'm going to help you find the funding. Of course I'm going to help you with advice. I'm going to stick to the $150,000 and 25%.
Okay. What do you guys think? I think we're going to have to pass on the offer.
Oh. All right. You know, I was about to get up and say, this is great, we're going to build something.
I wish we were doing that. I wish we were doing that, because we see that you have a lot of passion for what you do, and really appreciate the offer, and honestly flattered and honored to be with you guys.
Are you sure?
We are. We are sure.
Guys, you let greed cloud your vision.
Enjoy the shade. Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Well, guys. Could have helped those guys.
No
It's a
dinner for
tragedy.
you.
You know what I
They
say
saved
now?
you from years of problems with the cool guy syndrome.
I really wanted to work with those guys. I think we could have built something great.
We believe in building brands. It's not always about the money. It's not always about doing the deal and having that partner with, that's flashy. It's about staying true to who you are and doing a deal that makes sense.
Next time on Shark Tank.
I have a great idea. I know I do.
Boy, let's hear it. Are you ready for some aggressive expansion?
You've sold $1 million of these in the last 12 months?
Whoa.
There's a lot of things that sell that don't work.
Was that an insult?
I understand it's a very emotional thing.
That's not an answer to the question.
I got a question. Will I explode if I put that on me?
Is this safe?
I just don't think I trust you.
What a shame.
Robin Roberts' incredible journey, a special 2020 starts right now.